Bright, super bright. You can see it from 2,000 meters away. Its built-in lithium battery charges up with USB-C, and it even has a level meter on the side to see how much juice I have left. I can even use it as a power bank to charge my phone. The telescopic zoom is so unique and cool. It gives you a range of lighting options to light up an entire area or spotlight on something specific. But here's the best part. Scan the code on the screen right now, and if you buy a FlashForce Tactical flashlight, you'll get a second one absolutely free. It's only available for a limited time, so scan the code on your screen right now to get your FlashForce Tactical flashlight today.
Stay tuned for a special free offer from FlashForce Tactical Flashlight. With its powerful telescopic zoom, the FlashForce Tactical Flashlight gives you a super bright light visible at a distance of over 2,000 meters. With 7 useful modes plus a USB rechargeable battery, the FlashForce Tactical Flashlight is always ready to light up the night. And if you scan the code on your screen and order right now, we'll send you a second FlashForce Tactical Flashlight absolutely free. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Scan the code on your screen to order now.
The best gift of the year is here.
Oh my gosh, guys, guess what just arrived at my doorstep?
Introducing the Insta-Cozy Photo Blanket.
I sent this super cute photo so they can make me a custom blanket, and we're gonna open it up together.
Scan the code on your screen now and upload any photo to get started.
Let's see.
Simply position the image how you want it to look, and that's it.
It's got the Sherpa lining on the other side, so it's super warm and soft.
This is a special TV offer and not sold in stores.
I also love how massive it is. No more freezing toes sticking out of the bottom.
Requiring a stay of execution.
But Fairchild's mental capabilities have already been the subject of a federal hearing, and after 4 days of testimony back in 1989, the judge decided that Fairchild is not retarded.
Sideswipes a woman in Seattle, and it doesn't stop. This moment and the bus running 2 red lights was all caught on camera. Coming up, we hear what's next in a newly filed claim against King County Metro. And we are in first alert weather mode. Take a look at this active radar. We've got some mountain snow turning into rain, and then rain for pretty much everybody. Meteorologist Ashley Ruiz is going to be tracking everything you need to know for your Sunday. Today is National Puppy Day. If you're worried about the rain or that's bringing you down, I think these faces might turn your frowns upside down. This morning, you're going to meet someone who just became a puppy raiser for canine companions, and you'll learn how you could become one too. We'll also have a check on the live puppy cam of those future service dogs. All right, let's get a live look out to Snoqualmie Pass right now. You can see a lot of old snow kind of piled up, pushed out of the way, but that old snow is going to start to kind of make some problems because rain is coming down on top of it. Meteorologist Ashley Ruiz tracking this first alert weather day for you. Ashley, could get kind of messy as the day gets going.
I know, looks can be deceiving, right? Because we've had so much snow up in the Cascades yesterday. It was perfect for skiing. However, that's going to change today because, like you said, we're going to have rain. Snow levels are coming way up to about 7,000 feet by the afternoon. So warm rain, blustery winds, rising snow levels, and rising rivers coming off of the Cascades, and an avalanche risk. There's an avalanche warning in place for the Cascade region, and this is why, all these reasons are why we're in first alert weather mode. And so mainly Snohomish, Kings, Skagit, Clallam County rivers coming off of the mountains. That's where we could have some of those river rises. But right now we're seeing a break in the rain thanks to that rain shadow, and that's going to be the trend. So Seattle, Everett, all the way to the northeastern Olympic Peninsula and portions of the islands will get shielded by and shadowed, I should say, by the Olympics today, but still going to have steady rain and heavy rain at times. I'll time it out for you and talk about potential rain totals coming up.
Ashley, thanks. Right now, we are following breaking news in Skagit County. A 39-year-old Seattle man is dead after a three-car crash on I-5 southbound. This is in Mount Vernon near the Anderson Road exit. At about 11 p.m., a car spun out, landing in the second lane. Then a second vehicle hit the first car, blocking the roadway. Then a third car crashed into them. The driver of that second car died. His passenger, an 18-year-old girl, was taken to the hospital. Washington State Patrol says no drugs or alcohol were involved. The road was closed for about 3 hours while troopers investigated. Now, just south of Seattle, troopers were chasing this car on I-5 northbound. They were able to use spike strips to stop it on 14th Avenue South. We're learning the driver is now in custody for suspicion of DUI and could face a felony charge as well for not stopping when police tried to pull them over. Now, nearly 2 months after a deadly hit and run in Ballard, Seattle police are still looking for the driver of this pickup truck. This morning, Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward for information. King 5's Jim Nelson spoke with the victim's parents about the search for more information.
This could be anybody's son.
This is Richard John Ward, or Ole.
He was smart, talented. He loved skiing, any water sports, anything with wheels.
He was the son of John and Sue Ward.
He was funny, witty, caring, and he was loved by so many.
Ole was 39 years old. He died just 2 days after his birthday. Seattle police believe he was hit by this pickup truck around 1:20 a.m. Saturday, February 1st, while walking in the crosswalk at Northwest Market Street and 15th Avenue in Ballard. The truck is described as a dark, possibly black 2018 to 2024 GMC.
It's going to have some severe damage to it because my son was severely damaged. I don't even want to tell you how bad he was damaged. This person blew through a red light. My son had a green crosswalk. He blew through it at extreme high speed, blew his shoes off 10 feet from him, and he was thrown 75 feet.
Police said witnesses tried to help.
He laid there in the first witness with my son saying, "Help me, help me." Thank God. He passed quickly.
The Wards don't know where Ole was going or where he was coming from. They've hired a private investigator and are now partnering with Crime Stoppers, which is offering a $5,000 reward for information.
My son didn't deserve it, and nobody deserves it.
Again, that was King 5's Jim Nelson reporting. This new video behind me shows a King County Metro bus running 2 red lights before sideswiping a woman in a crosswalk in Seattle. The woman jumped out of the way. She says her phone was knocked out of her hand and the driver didn't stop. It happened at Stewart Street and Yale Avenue last month. This weekend, we spoke to people who walk in that area who say the intersection is busy and confusing.
Especially this light right here, like, people just go. They don't want to wait much longer off of this hill. It's just a big problem.
The woman is taking legal action against the transit agency. King County Metro says since a claim has been filed, there's no further information it can provide at this time. King 5 sources confirmed former State House Speaker Frank Chopp has passed away. King 5 was first to report that on our website. The Democrat spent 3 decades in the State House of Representatives. He served as House Speaker for 20 years. Frank Chopp was 71 years old. Governor Bob Ferguson says Chopp was, quote, a force in Washington politics. From the East Coast to Linwood, thousands marched at Tesla dealerships to protest Elon Musk's role in federal government. It comes as a part of the Tesla takedown movement. While there have been peaceful protests, there have been at least 80 reports of vandalism or arson of Tesla vehicles, a few of those happening here in Western Washington. The FBI released a statement addressing the spike in crimes that have led to 3 people facing federal charges. And Mount Rainier National Park is not only drawing in visitors for its breathtaking views, it's become one of the backdrops for a growing national movement to save public lands. Here and across the country, a group called the Resistance Rangers staged rallies yesterday and teach-ins at dozens of national parks. King 5's Bridget Chavez reports from Mount Rainier.
Hey, ho, ho! Trump and Musk have got to go. Hey,
it's a national day of action.
This is the most beautiful place on earth, and we need to protect this.
This demonstration at Mount Rainier National Park is one of more than 140 protests happening across the country.
We're not going to stop. That's what I'll get out. Today is a good day of protests.
Organized by a group called the Resistance Rangers, the goal is to call attention to the protection of public lands and stand with federal workers who were fired by the Trump administration.
No rangers means less rescue. No rangers means more destruction to our fragile public land. They're preserved today because of those rangers.
This week, a federal court ordered the National Park Service to reinstate about 1,000 probationary workers who were laid off in February.
I hope that one, that it sticks and that it stays, and that they aren't attacked again, but two, that it is followed through and carried through.
Last year, more than 2.4 million people visited Mount Rainier. Demonstrators say federal workers are essential to keep the park running.
For them to target these services that so many people enjoy and so much wildlife and biodiversity depends on, I was outraged to hear.
Demonstrators say this fight is far from over.
We're not backing down. We're going down swinging as long as it takes to protect these parks, protect our forests, and protect anywhere natural.
Organizers say this is just the latest step in what they hope will be a lasting movement to protect the parks and the people who work in them. Reporting from Mount Rainier, Bridget Chavez, King 5 News.
Let's get over to First Alert meteorologist Ashley Ruiz with a beautiful view with folks riding around to get up to the top of Crystal Mountain. Beautiful up there, but could get pretty messy besides being a bit chilly.
Yesterday, I mean, you could see Mount Rainier beautifully from the gondola camera and just from Crystal Mountain in general because there was sunshine above some of those low clouds. But today you can't see it because we have snow coming down. Yesterday really was a treat for all the skiers and snowboarders. Today, not so much because we are going to have that snow switch to rain, and then we have an avalanche warning in place from NWAC and the National Weather Service. So stay out of the backcountry if you absolutely can. It's always safer to be closer to the ski resorts anyway. And at the moment, we have a very distinct rain and snow line. Snow levels are going to come up to about 7,000, maybe 7,500 feet by the afternoon. So we are going to have some pretty slushy conditions. Stevens Pass, Snoqualmie Pass as well. And so make sure you check also with WashStop before heading out. And with the snow levels coming up, there is that river rise risk and minor river flooding through Tuesday morning, 3 to 6 inches of rain up in the mountains. So coming up in a few minutes, I'll time it out for you and talk about some of the other rain totals in the lowlands coming up.
Still ahead, it's been 11 years since a devastating landslide hit a Snohomish County town. This weekend, 43 victims are being remembered. And in D.C., there's a push from lawmakers to help prevent landslides. We'll tell you what the law on the table entails this morning. Let's get back out live to Snoqualmie Pass, where it is coming down with some snow, soon to be a snow-rain mix. We've got U2's Beautiful Day playing for you to remind you can still make it a beautiful day, even if it might be a little slushy, gray, and wet today. We're so glad you're with us here on King 5 Mornings.
King 5's First Alert weather cams, sponsored by Southwest Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your biggest refund. File free now. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. Click for eligibility.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to tell you about this, the Flash Force Tactical Flashlight. Stick around because I'm going to tell you about this amazing free offer just for our TV audience. Or, if you really can't wait, just scan the code on the screen now to check it out. But let me just tell you how great it is to have the Flash Force. It's literally like no flashlight I've ever had. The white high beam LED is bright, super bright. You can see it from 2,000 meters away. Its built-in lithium battery charges up with USB-C, and it even has a level meter on the side to see how much juice I have left.
I can even use it as a power bank to charge my phone.
The telescopic zoom is so unique and cool. It gives you a range of lighting options to light up an entire area or spotlight on something specific. But here's the best part. Scan the code on the screen right now, and if you buy a Flash Force Tactical Flashlight, you'll get a second one absolutely free. It's only available for a limited time, so scan the code on your screen right now to get your Flash Force Tactical Flashlight today.
Scan the code on your screen now for this exclusive offer from HydroSpark Pro. Discover the new trend that's bubbling up as the future of hydration innovation. Get hydrogen-infused water now with the HydroSpark Pro. Fill it up, push the button, and in just 3 minutes, H2OMG, you've got hydrogen-infused water. And for a limited time, the HydroSpark Pro is 20% off. Scan the code on your screen and get the HydroSpark Pro today.
Cleaning is a stressful chore. You can scrub by hand all day. There has to be a better way. Now there is with the Spinny Scrub, the revolutionary handheld spinning scrub brush that makes cleaning a snap. Make pots and pans shine. Deep clean your grout and tile. Even filthy shoes look like new. The Spinny Scrub is easy to recharge and store away. And with detachable cleaning heads, you can relax and let the Spinny Scrub do all the work. Scan the code on your screen and order your Spinny Scrub today.
We have new video this morning from a viewer of lanterns sailing into the sky at last night's Oso landslide memorial. Yesterday marked 11 years since the deadly slide in Snohomish County wiped away an entire town and 43 people. Now lawmakers in Washington, D.C. are taking up efforts to prevent more landslides. Democratic and Republican lawmakers representing Washington are trying to renew the National Landslide Preparedness Reauthorization Act. If passed, it would expand early warning systems, update the nation's topographical maps, and identify risks and hazards from landslides through 2028. Representative Dan Newhouse is one of the lawmakers reintroducing the bill. He released a statement saying in part, quote, "We must provide safeguards to prevent future tragedies and mitigate risks when possible. This legislation will help ensure our communities are better prepared and able to employ the best science and technology to prevent, plan, and respond to natural disasters." Let's get a check on your first alert forecast. You might already be seeing the rain. You might be seeing some snow if you live in some higher elevation, but all of us are just going to have a wet kind of super soaker day.
A super soaker. There's another one. Soupy, swampy.
Gross. We've used gross. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you'll notice it's going to get more humid as the day goes on. It's going to be blustery, and it's going to be rainy.
Something for everyone.
A little bit.
If you like it humid, you like it blustery, all of it.
Just wait till Tuesday if you like the heat, because we'll have spring-like temperatures, and I don't mean just 60 degrees. I'm talking potentially some 70s out there, some of the warmest temperatures we've had in about 6 months. But until then, we are in first alert weather mode because we have this atmospheric river moving over the area, and that's going to increase the avalanche danger up in the Cascades, also river rises. And so we are going to have to watch for that heavy rain, but once again, something to look forward to. This is what I was talking about in terms of the river flooding. There are potentials for the river rises, of course, because of the higher snow levels. They're going to come way up today. And so all that heavy rain has to go somewhere, and it's going to fall over that really significant snowpack that we've had and the new snow that we've had. And so you see Clallam County as well as King, Snohomish, and Skagit counties. That's where we'll have the greatest risk for river rises for the next 24, 36 hours. Snow levels are going to climb to about 7,000 to 7,500 feet, about 3 to 6 inches expected to fall up in the mountains once those snow levels come up. Meanwhile, in the lowlands, we are going to have at least half of an inch, maybe up to an inch and a half, except, you notice this? The rain shadow that will setting up over portions of Puget Sound right now. So we'll have some drier time in the mix depending on where you live. I'll show you on the Futurecast in a minute, but today rainy at times, breezy, decreasing showers. The rain tomorrow is going to favor northern areas. Tuesday, that's when we start to dry out and heat up quickly. Wednesday and Thursday, things start to change. Wednesday, I am monitoring the potential for some scattered thunderstorms, not just a little thunderstorm over Puget Sound and enhanced by the convergence zone. No, I'm talking scattered thunderstorms, something we don't see all too often, but there's still time to fine-tune that forecast. I'll keep you posted. Here's a look at the radar. You see most of the rain falling over the strait as well as closer to the coast, Vancouver Island, and most of the rain is east of I-5 and then over the Kitsap Peninsula Peninsula, and then we have that rain and snow line. Snow levels are starting to come up as we speak. Looking ahead, temperatures are going to warm up today, and again, we are going to have all of that warm rain out there. And so, again, you will have some dry time if you live from about Seattle, Everett, all the way to Port Townsend and Sequim, those typical spots that get shadowed by the Olympics. Here's this afternoon. You see temperatures in the 50s. We'll have steady rain falling over the Olympic Peninsula, and then into late tonight, most of the rain really falling over the north interior, and then just off and on through the night as well. Here's Monday around 10 a.m. Most of the rain is starting to lift to the north, but it could be pretty steady from, I would say, near Seattle, or at least north of Seattle. Northward, it's going to taper off, as I mentioned, as that atmospheric river lifts to the north, and then it eventually just dissipates as a ridge of high pressure builds over the area from the south. And it's going to be very short-lived, but we'll appreciate it, especially if you want some more sunshine and some brighter skies. Next week, or I should say this week, we are going to have temperatures cooling once again after we get past Wednesday.
Ashley, thanks. Still ahead, Washington lawmakers have to decide how to fix the state's $13 billion budget deficit. In this morning's In Session, we'll take a look at some new taxes on the table.
Good morning. I'm Chris Egan. Coming up next in sports, the Zags fight to the finish at the big dance. We've got all their highlights against Houston. Plus, the Mariners, Kraken, Sounders, Seawolves, and the Seattle Reign bring us the highlight of the night. Wow! Sports is next.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh, yeah. Take a swing at your kitchen rental. Meant that literally. SoFi Personal Loans. Low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K. No fees required.
Libmin. Crafting cleaning tools in the USA since 1896.
Stay tuned for a special free offer from Flash Force Tactical Flashlight. With its powerful telescopic zoom, the Flash Force Tactical Flashlight gives you a super bright light visible at a distance of over 2,000 meters. With 7 useful modes, plus a USB rechargeable battery, the Flash Force Tactical Flashlight is always ready to light up the night. And if you scan the code on your screen and order right now, we'll send you a second Flash Force Tactical Flashlight absolutely free. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Scan the code on your screen to order now. We all love recipes with garlic, but trying to use an awkward garlic press makes a smelly mess. Introducing the Great Garlic, your ultimate kitchen companion for effortlessly crushing garlic to perfection. Just place a peeled clove of garlic under the grate, rock it back and forth, and say goodbye to tedious chopping and messy mincing. The Great Garlic ensures consistent results every time. Scan the code on your screen to order your Great Garlic today. This is a limited time offer, so scan now and find out for yourself just how great the Great Garlic is.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to tell you about this, the Flash Force Tactical Flashlight. Stick around because I'm going to tell you about this amazing free offer just for our TV audience. Or, if you really can't wait, just scan the code on the screen now to check it out. But let me just tell you how great it is to have the Flash Force. It's literally like no flashlight I've ever had. The white high beam LED is bright, super bright. You can see it from 2,000 meters away. Its built-in lithium battery charges up with USB-C, and it even has a level meter on the side to see how much juice I have left.
I can even use it as a power bank to charge my phone.
The telescopic zoom is so unique and cool, it gives you a range of lighting options to light up an entire area or spotlight on something specific. But here's the best part. Scan the code on the screen right now, and if you buy a Flash Force Tactical Flashlight, you'll get a second one absolutely free. It's only available for a limited time, so scan the code on your screen right now to get your Flash Force Tactical Flashlight today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Egan checking in with sports. Well, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play, the Gonzaga Bulldogs were down 11 points to Houston. But with 10 seconds to go, the Zags had a chance to tie it up. Gonzaga was trying to get to their 10th straight Sweet 16. Houston controlled this game from the start, though. The Zags had no answer for L.J. Cryer. He knocked down 6 3-pointers. Graham Ike doing his best to keep the Zags in this game. The big man knocks down back-to-back three-pointers, and the Zags are within 8 points. Ike putting on a show in the second half. Check out the post moves right here. Looking like Hakeem the Dream. Ike, 27 points. But every time the Zags get within striking distance, Houston answers back. Cryer was on fire. He led all scorers with 30 points. 1:20 to play. Zags down 7. Ike to the rescue one more time. He gets the bucket and the foul. After several trips to the foul line, the Zags are down 3 with 10 seconds to go. Ike gives the ball to Battle, then Battle gets trapped in the corner. The Zags can't get off a good look. Houston hangs on to win this one, 81-76.
Just extremely proud of the guys, man. They hung in there. You know, we made enough plays. Our offense kind of kept us in it. We were just trying to find something that could get us some consecutive stops there and just to give us a chance. And you know, we just got one possession short there at the end, but.
To the ice now, and it was a big night last night for Kaapo Kakko in Edmonton. The forward was on fire. He had 2 big-time goals against the Oilers, but the Oilers would score first on a power play. 1-0 Oilers. The Kraken answer back. Kaapo Kakko, right place, right time. He scores 1-1 game. In the second, the Oilers get the lead, but it's Kakko again. On the breakaway, he slams it home. Edmonton would take a 4-2 lead, but the Kraken keep it close. In the third, Jared McCann, Andre Burakovsky. It's now a 4-3 game. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins completes a hat trick and scores on an empty net. 5-3 Oilers. Jaden Schwartz keeps the Kraken hopes alive with 2 minutes to go. Not enough, though, last night. Oilers take this one 5-4. Off to Lumen Field now. The Sounders at home last night, taking on the Houston Dynamo. Sounders celebrating a legend, Nico Lodeiro. Nico played in Seattle from 2016 to 2023. Seattle had some great looks last night, but Houston goalie Blake Gillingham, he just would not let anything by him last night. Sounders had 13 shot attempts, 4 shots on goal, but they were denied every single time. Sounders only allowed 1 shot on goal last night. Houston had 20 fouls, 4 yellow cards, but no red cards were handed out last night. This match ends in a scoreless draw. Seattle Reign, they were on the road taking on North Carolina Jets Fishlock, playing in their 200th match, and the Reign veteran comes up big with a goal in the 35th minute. Reign lead it 1-0. 56th minute. Seattle gets an incredible goal. Jordan Bugg launches from deep. How about this? Are you kidding me? What a strike from Bugg. That will be your goal of the week, maybe the goal of the year. The Reign get a big win on the road. They take out North Carolina 2-1. Well, yesterday against the White Sox, Luis Castillo made his final Cactus League start, and the Rock looked good. Castillo pitched 5 1/3 innings, only gave up 1 run, and he had 3 strikeouts. Mariner bats were on fire yesterday. Seattle had 13 hits in the game. Donovan Solano, 2 for 4, 3 RBI, and a home run in the 4th inning. 5th inning, more long balls. Julio Rodriguez takes this one 421 feet, 3-run shot. Randy Arozarena batting .364 during Cactus League play. He takes this one out. Mariners win big yesterday, 14-1. Seattle Seawolves at home last night, taking on the Utah Warriors. Utah had a 21-point lead at one point. Seattle makes a great comeback. How about the try right there? Not enough, though. Utah hangs on and wins it 30-27. UW softball taking on Rutgers in a doubleheader yesterday. Game 1. Alexis DeBoer rips one to left field. Huskies take game 1, 9-0. In game 2, the Dogs continue their domination. Alicia Flores sends this one towards Union Bay. That is gone. 2-run shot. Huskies take game 2, 12-0. All right, couple more scores for you this morning. The Seattle T-Birds, they beat Portland last night 5-4. And the Everett Silvertips, they beat Wenatchee 3-2. I'm Chris Egan, and that's your Sunday Morning Sports.
And coming up in our next half hour, new taxes could be coming to Washington. We're going to take a look at what's being proposed this morning in the state's legislative session. And take a look at the radar. It is busy. We are in first alert mode this morning. Meteorologist Ashley Ruiz tracking rain and river flooding. She's going to have another look at your forecast coming up as we take a live look out to Snoqualmie Pass right now, where you can see visibility is not the best. We're kind of seeing some low clouds, fog moving in, and the snow-rain mix also causing some problems. It's going to start melting whatever snow fell over the past few days. We're so glad you're starting your day with us here on King 5 Mornings.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh yeah. Take a swing at your kitchen rental. Meant that literally. SoFi Personal Loans. Low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K. No fees required.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to tell you about this. The Flash Force Tactical Flashlight. Stick around because I'm going to tell you about this amazing free offer just for our TV audience. Or, if you really can't wait, just scan the code on the screen now to check it out. But let me just tell you how great it is to have the Flash Force. It's literally like no flashlight I've ever had. The white high beam LED is bright, super bright. You can see it from 2,000 meters away. Its built-in lithium battery charges up with USB-C, and it even has a level meter on the side to see how much juice I have left.
I can even use it as a power bank to charge my phone.
The telescopic zoom is so unique and cool. It gives you a range of lighting options to light up an entire area or spotlight on something specific. But here's the best part. Scan the code on the screen right now, and if you buy a Flash Force Tactical Flashlight, you'll get a second one absolutely free. It's only available for a limited time, so scan the code on your screen right now to get your Flash Force Tactical Flashlight today.
Scan the code on your screen now for this exclusive offer from HydroSpark Pro. Discover the new trend that's bubbling up as the future of hydration innovation. Get hydrogen-infused water now with the HydroSpark Pro. Fill it up, push the button, and in just 3 minutes, H2OMG, you've got hydrogen-infused water. And for a limited time, the HydroSpark Pro is 20% off. Scan the code on your screen and get the HydroSpark Pro today.
We all love recipes with garlic, but trying to use an awkward garlic press makes a smelly mess. Introducing the Great Garlic, your ultimate kitchen companion for effortlessly crushing garlic to perfection. Just place a peeled clove of garlic under the grate, rock it back and forth, and say goodbye to tedious chopping and messy mincing. The Great Garlic ensures consistent results every time. Scan the code on your screen to order your Great Garlic today. This is a limited time offer, so scan now and find out for yourself just how great the Great Garlic is.
Welcome back to King 5 Mornings. A little bit of a blurry view for you to Climate Pledge Arena, and this is really to show how things have changed. We had a much clearer view maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes ago, but the rain is starting to come down heavier at times, and that is why we are in first alert mode. Heavy rain and then a rain-snow mix in the mountains as well. Well, March Madness is here in Seattle, and it continues today. Climate Pledge Arena is hosting 2 second-round games. I've got that song in my head a little bit. I'm not going to dance for you. Oh, let's show the video. There we go. First, 4:10, 12-seed Colorado State will face 4-seed Maryland. The CSU Rams upset 5-seed Memphis in the first round Friday, and Maryland defeated Grand Canyon, more than 30 points separating the teams at the end of Friday's game. And you're going to either root for them or root against them. The 5-seed Oregon Ducks will play 4-seed Arizona Wildcats at 6:40. Both teams had big wins on Friday, beating Liberty and Akron respectively by nearly 30 points. And if you are headed out to the games, you can get a free ride. Just show your ticket and you can take the light rail, King County Metro bus, and the Seattle City monorail as well, if that's what you're planning to do. This is going to work 2 hours before and after each game. I know some people like to pick their brackets based off of the mascots. And even if you're a dog or a coug and you're not a big Duck fan, Puddles is super cute.
He is cute.
I mean, Wildcats are good too, but I would go with Puddles.
Yeah.
He's what I would categorize as a handsome mascot.
A handsome mascot.
Yeah, we can talk more about that offline or online. But we are in first alert mode right now because things are just going to get pretty messy throughout the day. And we got to get through today before we get to some pretty nice weather in a couple days.
I would say, I mean,
I'm excited.
Near 70 degrees. Yeah. How does that sound?
It sounds great. That's why I'm okay with today.
Yeah. So until then, we have to get through today because we are going to have steady rain for much of the area, except for where that rain shadow sets up. So portions of the island, Seattle, Everett, and you see the northeastern Olympic Peninsula, and then even closer to the Admiralty Inlet. We're not seeing much in the way of rain right now. And up in the mountains, we are going to have that snow switch to rain. And so the good news is, since we are okay on snowpack and it's not going to be a major issue in terms of major river rises, it's going to fall as runoff, but we're still going to have our snow levels up to about 7,000, 7,500 feet. So only minor river rises are expected. We're not expecting widespread flooding or major river flooding, but it will be something to watch out for. Again, first alert weather today, first alert weather mode, decreasing showers tomorrow, and then we can enjoy Tuesday.
Time now for your top 5 on King 5. Right now, we're following breaking news in Skagit County. A 3-car crash on I-5 southbound left a man dead. This is in Mount Vernon near the Anderson Road exit. All southbound lanes were blocked for hours while troopers investigated. We'll continue to bring you any updates we get on this story. And King 5 sources confirmed former State House Speaker Frank Chopp passed away. King 5 was first to report this on our website. The Democrat spent 3 decades in the State House of Representatives. He served as House Speaker for 20 years. Frank Chopp was 71. Pope Francis was discharged from the hospital today, and this is new video of him making his first public appearance in more than 5 weeks. He's been in the hospital for pneumonia, but the Pope's doctors confirmed he has remained stable for at least 2 weeks. He's now back in the Vatican City. And more than 50,000 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since Israel's war with Hamas began. This comes as 26 more people were killed overnight in Israel's latest strikes on Gaza. Israel ended the ceasefire last week after accusing Hamas of not fulfilling the terms. And 3 people are dead after a shooting at a park in New Mexico. This happened at about 10 p.m. Friday. Police said 2 19-year-old men and 1 16-year-old boy were killed. 15 others ranging in age from 16 to 36 were injured. Most were transported to local hospitals. According to police, an investigation revealed a fight between 2 groups at a car show escalated into gunfire. And police have confirmed to King 5 that shots were fired near the Bitter Lake Community Center and Playfield along Linden Avenue yesterday afternoon. No one was hurt, but police found several shell casings at the park. They say 4 teens were seen running away from the area. And a boy was badly hurt in a crash in Bellevue Saturday morning. Police say his mother was driving when the crash happened along Northeast 8th Street near Crossroads Park. She was also hurt, but police say she's expected to be okay. The boy is in the hospital and there's no update on his condition just yet. Police are investigating what caused the crash. Washington also lost another statesman, and we are getting a sense of what new taxes may come to Washington state. Olympia Bureau Chief Drew Mickelson has the details and a preview of a big announcement tomorrow in this week's In Session.
All year, we've been waiting to see how legislators plan on dealing with this multi-billion-dollar state deficit. And tomorrow, we are expecting to see the first examples of detailed budget proposals from both House and Senate Democratic leadership. They do control the majority here.
This is what I'm thinking.
And while both parties see the need for cuts, there will be a push to increase funding for schools, services, as well as moves to boost spending to support law enforcement. And those moves will take new taxes, say Democrats who say that's what people want.
The voters are really interested both in making sure that wealthy people and businesses pay their fair share of the tax burden in our state, and that they don't want to see vital services cut.
Here's what the Senate Democrats are proposing. First, a new financial intangibles tax would target the state's wealthiest 4,300 residents. Senate Democrats have also proposed a large employer payroll tax similar to Seattle's Jump Start tax. That would impact 5,000 of the largest companies statewide. Property taxes could go up on the state and the local levels. The current 1% annual cap would be lifted, with future increases instead tied to population growth and inflation. Senate Democrats have also proposed cutting the state's sales tax portion from 6.5% down to 6%. They say the moves prevent deep cuts, and Senator Noel Frame says she's not afraid of taxing the rich. She says that will not scare anyone out of state.
People want to live here for a reason, and I believe that they will stay here and continue to engage in our community. We have the talent they need. We have the beautiful natural resources that they love. We are continuing our commitment to invest in our public schools and other public institutions that matter. That is why people want to live here.
They try to say that they are reversing our state's regressive tax system by reducing the sales tax 0.5%, but simultaneously they are increasing the property tax, which directly affects middle-class people, working people. Renters are going to pay the price of that.
Republicans say the state's budget can be balanced without relying on any new taxes. But that party is the minority party here. On Friday, we did get a look at what House Democrats are proposing. It's a similar list, although there's no call for reducing the state sales tax.
This is one of those little notches in Washington state history that really shouldn't be forgotten.
The state of Washington lost a longtime public servant this past week. Former Secretary of State Ralph Monroe died at the age of 81. He held the office from 1980 to 2000, but served the state long before and after his 5 terms in elected office. He fought for everyone from those with disabilities to voters, even Orca. Monroe, a Republican, is being remembered fondly by legislators from both parties. Democratic Lieutenant Governor Denny Heck called Monroe the best Republican governor the state never had. He said Ralph Monroe was public service personified. In Olympia, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
If you are planning to head up to the pass, we're seeing some lift closures at Alpental because of avalanche risks. Take a look at your screen. Armstrong Express and Edelweiss will have delayed openings for avalanche control, and International is closed. Edelweiss terrain is also limited to chair side only. So lots of things to consider if you are planning to head out to the slopes. Meteorologist Ashley Rue is tracking what things look like at Crystal Mountain right now.
Right, and you can see the gondola's going. No restrictions there, at least not for the gondola, but you see the flakes are flying right now. Visibility pretty poor. We have some snow still falling, but it's starting to mix with rain, at least in Snoqualmie Pass. Snow levels are coming way up today. And with that being said, there is an avalanche warning in place through this evening, at least because of the increased risk for avalanches. And so NWAC is saying due to the wet snow rain mixing with rain over the dry snowpack, that could lead to some pretty unstable conditions. And so avalanches will be a concern in the backcountry. So again, Snoqualmie Pass starting to see that rain and snow mix as we get this warmer air moving over the area. Snow levels climbing up to about 7,500 feet this afternoon. So heavy rain is expected over the mountains. I'll have those details and time it out coming up.
Next on King 5 Weekend Mornings, we're giving a nod to National Puppy Day. To celebrate, we're talking to a nonprofit about how some puppies are changing and saving lives. Get a live look out to T-Mobile Park across the street. Baseball season is back. Ahead of opening day, the M's are inviting some furry friends, maybe not puppies, but something else, to T-Mobile Park today. We'll let you know what that is soon. All right, well, we're out back to Snoqualmie Pass right now, where we've got some raindrops on the camera. Looks like the snow is just about turning into rain there now. Could be a little bit messy. Meteorologist Ashley Ruiz tracking everything you need to know about your First Alert Sunday.
Hey, Blake Anderson here to tell you about this, the Flash Force Tactical Flashlight. Stick around because I'm going to tell you about this amazing free offer just for our TV audience. Or, if you really can't wait, just scan the code on the screen now to check it out. But let me just tell you how great it is to have the Flash Force. It's literally like no flashlight I've ever had. The white high beam LED is bright, super bright. You can see it from 2,000 meters away. Its built-in lithium battery charges up with USB-C, and it even has a level meter on the side to see how much juice I have left.
I can even use it as a power bank to charge my phone.
The telescopic zoom is so unique and cool. It gives you a range of lighting options to light up an entire area or spotlight on something specific. But here's the best part. Scan the code on the screen right now, and if you buy a Flash Force Tactical flashlight, you'll get a second one absolutely free. It's only available for a limited time, so scan the code on your screen right now to get your Flash Force Tactical flashlight today.
Hey, do you dread scrubbing away stubborn dirt and stains? I used to, until I found the Spinny Scrub. Let me show you why this little powerhouse is a total game changer. You can also scan the code on the screen now and find out more. This is the Spinny Scrub, your new best friend when it comes to cleaning. It's got a powerful motor that rotates at high speed, so no more scrubbing by hand. It comes with 5 different brush heads, so no matter what you're cleaning, you've got the right tool for the job. From your bathroom tiles to kitchen countertops and more, the Spinny Scrub has you covered. So if you want to make cleaning faster, easier, and way more effective, the Spinny Scrub is your answer. And right now, if you order today, you'll get 20% off. Trust me, your cleaning routine will never be the same. Go ahead, scan the code on your screen right now and get yours today. You'll thank me later.
Scan the code on your screen now for this exclusive offer from HydroSpark Pro. Discover the new trend that's bubbling up as the future of hydration innovation. Get hydrogen-infused water now with the HydroSpark Pro. Fill it up, push the button, and in just 3 minutes, H2OMG, you've got hydrogen-infused water. And for a limited time, the HydroSpark Pro is 20% off. Scan the code on your screen and get the HydroSpark Pro today.
Today is National Puppy Day, and we're thinking what better way to celebrate than with canine companions and a future service dog that's in puppy mode, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, we've got Nina here, who is a brand new puppy raiser, and this is Venus.
Yeah.
How excited are you to be training Venus? I mean, she's in her first few weeks with you.
Yeah, we've been together for 2 weeks and we're having so much fun. She's a light in my day, at the office. Our world revolves around her right now.
And you work in a medical office, so that's kind of a great setting for her to get the training that a puppy in her stage needs.
100%. She's having new smells all the time, meeting patients, and really just getting involved in what it would be like to be a real service dog.
And we see her in her little vest right now, but she's working on training in addition to socialization, right?
Exactly. So just those basic movements right now of sitting, house manners, but also getting used to people, smells, and loud noises without being alarmed.
And along with Venus, there are other puppies who are up and coming. We want to take a look at the live cam that's on right now in celebration of National Puppy Day with Canine Companions. This camera is going to be available for folks through the 27th of this month. What would be your recommendation when people are seeing how cute these puppies are in addition to Venus? What's your recommendation to them to get involved in being a puppy raiser?
Yeah, 100%. You can go to canine.org, and that's where you can find all the information to become a puppy raiser. But also on those cameras, we have 50 to celebrate our 50th anniversary, as well as Finley and Frederick, who people can sponsor to get updates about how they're doing to become a future service dog.
In your experience, you said it's like the light of your day.
Yeah.
When you think long term, you will have to give Venus up in some way. You have to, stop caring for her every day. But there's that connection that you built that's going to go on to become something so big for someone else.
Exactly. It'll definitely be bittersweet to have to let her go, but knowing that she's going to be the light of someone's life every day and improve their quality of life and their independence, I know that she's going to best serve someone else, and that's what's really driving us to be the best pair we can be.
Well, and all the fully trained service dogs are free of charge to adults and children who need them. Many of them here in Washington State, and the Puget Sound Field Office does an incredible job working with everybody who is getting linked up to become a puppy raiser for the first time. So if you text the word puppy, we will to 206-448-4545. We'll send you the link that you need so you can watch the puppy camera and have fun with that. Make a donation to canine.org, or you can also learn how you can become a puppy raiser like Nina here, who is just having a blast with Venus. We'll get one more little cute look at her. Thank you so much for what you're doing and what you're about to do too, Venus. Thanks so much. I can confirm Venus is super soft. Like softer than velvet. And I don't even know what that means.
Buttery soft?
Yes. Delightful. And take a look at Venus's friends. These pups are about 8 weeks old. Venus is 10 weeks, you know, so she's got 2 weeks of wisdom on them. But they're just clearly wiped out. One of them is dreaming. You can see the little paw fluttering, the one laying on the little gray stuffy. And then this one seems to have already
nudging.
I was going to say
nudging.
maybe that one is tired and going to join the puppy pile, but this one's trying to wake everyone up. There's always one.
Let's wake up.
There's
Let's
always
wake up.
one trying to wake up the puppy pile. Hey, if you're going to stay in a puppy pile today, we do not blame you. It's a first alert weather day. Could be pretty wet for most of the day, and it does make the lawns, the grass, the parks pretty soggy. And I'm going to have a struggle of trying to get any of my 3 dogs to go outside. I'm sure our Labrador mix, she's fine bear, she'll go outside, but Jack and Bogey, they're not going to want to go outside.
Wet paw alert in place. And then for the low riders, the wet belly.
Wet belly.
Definitely take the extra time to wipe those paws. Today, we are going to have this atmospheric river bringing rain, not just rain, but heavy rain to the area. The heaviest rain is going to favor the coast, Vancouver Island, as well as portions of the north interior and the mountains. Our snow levels are going to come up at least to 7,000, maybe up to 7,500 feet today. And so we're going to have that heavy rain falling onto that snow that we've had. And so it will fall as runoff. That water has to go somewhere. And so we'll have to watch for some minor river rises. We're not expecting a major flooding event by any means, but also there is a backcountry avalanche danger. There is an avalanche warning in place through this evening. Spring-like temperatures, that's something to look forward to, but that's going to be on Tuesday. So we have to get through today. So we are in first alert weather mode. This is what I was talking about in terms of those minor river rises from the Cascades coming off, or at least rivers coming off of the Cascades, I should say, for Snohomish, Snohomish, Skagit, and King counties through Tuesday morning, and then Clallam counties, so the northern portion of the Olympics, about 3 to 6 inches of rain up in the mountains. Meanwhile, in the lowlands, especially closer to the coast, about 1 to 3, maybe 1 to 4, and you see Bellingham perhaps around 2 inches. But then you notice what's going on here. The rain shadow setting up, and it's already set up today and so that will be the case. We'll see it close up, fill in, and then open back up as well. So it's not going to rain all day. Say for Seattle, Everett, and then up to portions of the inlet as well, our typical spots. Monday, decreasing showers. Tuesday, that's when we warm up before things turn a little messy once again. But we have steady, moderate rain falling over the coast in the Olympic Peninsula as well as Vancouver Island. Most of the rain, at least on this side of Western Washington, falling mainly the South Sound and then up in the foothills and the mountains. We still have some snow falling up in the mountains, but our snow levels coming way up. Here's about 2:30. You see some spots are dry, whereas others really just getting hammered by the rain, more so closer to the coast. It's going to be off and on into overnight and Monday as it starts to lift back to the north. And then by Tuesday, we're drying things out. So again, this is not going to be a major flooding issue by any means, but we'll definitely watch it, and it bears watching throughout today.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh yeah. Take a swing at your kitchen rental. Meant that literally. SoFi Personal Loans. Low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K. No fees required.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your biggest refund. File free now. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. Click for eligibility.
Can a personal loan unlock your ambitions? Oh yeah. Take a swing at your kitchen rental. Meant that literally. SoFi Personal Loans. Low fixed rates. Borrow up to $100K. No fees required.
Stay tuned for a special free offer from Flash Force Tactical Flashlight. With its powerful telescopic zoom, the Flash Force Tactical Flashlight gives you a super bright light visible at a distance of over 2,000 meters. With 7 useful modes, plus a USB rechargeable battery, the Flash Force Tactical Flashlight is always ready to light up the night. And if you scan the code on your screen and order right now, we'll send you a second Flash Force Tactical Flashlight absolutely free. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Scan the code on your screen to order now. When your phone, wallet, keys, loose change, and more fall between the seat and center console of your vehicle, it's impossible to retrieve. Oh no, not again. Introducing the Console Catcher, the perfect addition to any vehicle. It's flexible, easy to clean, and even easier to install. Simply place the Console Catcher around the base of the seatbelt buckle, and that's it. The Console Catcher keeps anything from falling between the cracks, and it even doubles as a handy organizer. Scan the code on your screen right now to get a complete set of console catchers for both front seats. And if you scan the code on your screen and order right now with this special TV offer, you can take 20% off. If you have a car, truck, minivan, or SUV with that frustrating gap between the seat and console, you need the Console Catcher. Simply push it into place and the Console Catcher moves with you. Scan the code on your screen now and get your Console Catcher today.
Fido's forecast is sponsored by Nom Nom, freshly made dog food.
Wet paw alert in place on this National Puppy Day. However, Goldie lives in Shoreline, so there should be some dry time, but still going to be damp.
You know, we should reach out to John and ask him if Goldie has a friend named Kurt Ruffle or not. You know, you don't want to go overboard with the puns during Fido's forecast.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your biggest refund. File free now. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. Click for eligibility.
Cleaning is a